What's up, real MVPs? What's up, MVP nerds? Welcome in to another video. This one, I know, it's a bit late. Johnny and I were going to do it on Sunday. Didn't have enough time. Johnny had stuff to do, and then I meant to do it, but you know how life is. I just kept kicking it down the road. Finally got time to it tonight, but going to dive into episode 4, chapter 4 of The Mandalorian, give you my thoughts and reactions about the whole shebang, but you guys know the deal. If you guys are new, here it is. Make sure to check out patreon.com/mostvaluedpodcast. It is how you can support us. $1 tier, $5 tier, $10 tier, anything helps. That link is down below in the description. Go ahead and check it out. But also, I don't know if I mentioned this in my chapter 3 one, but obviously, spoilers. So if you haven't seen chapter 4, go watch it. I'll be here. I'll be waiting to give you my thoughts and reactions. And just diving right in, this is possibly, I'm not going to even say this is possibly, this has been the best episode of The Mandalorian. If I had to go and rank them in order of best to worst, it would go 4, then 3, then 1, then 2. 2 has not been my favorite. 4 knocked everything. All the excitement I had after watching 3 just got amplified when we got to 4, because there was so much to unpack in it. There was so much to unpack in this episode. It got you with the feels, it got you with the action, it got you thinking moving forward. This was an episode where this is almost the perfect episode that we've seen thus far, where it's the Mandalorian, he's coming with Baby Yoda to a planet, and the whole, thing that I loved about this episode is they kind of got you thinking of, is it possible for the Mandalorian and Baby Yoda, or the child, is it possible for them to actually go to a planet and just live out their life? Well, first off, two things. That of, could they go to a planet and just live the rest of their lives happily ever after? Kind of like what we see with this town, where Baby Yoda playing with the kids, obviously very happy, kind of seemed like he had found a home, or that they had found a home for Baby Yoda where he could be accepted and it's a good life. And it was Gina Carano's character, which awesome seeing her again. She was Angel Dust in Deadpool 2. Not Deadpool. Was it Deadpool 2? No, I think it was Deadpool 1. Angel Dust in Deadpool 1. She was also in Fast and the Furious. I think that was Fast and the Furious 6. Good to see her again in this episode as kind of like the kind of tough partner to the Mandalorian. But it was nice to see, is it even possible on the Mandalorian side that could he give up the bounty life or the bounty hunter life of, hey, I'm just going to sit here. She mentioned, hey, why don't you shack up with the widow and then you and Baby Yoda can just live here and be happy. It was it kind of got you thinking, is it even possible for not that him and Baby Yoda, but for just him, period? Is that something that he would want? Is that something that's possible? Obviously, in the end, we get the other bounty hunter with the tracking fob that was there to shoot Baby Yoda, but obviously she was there. What's her actual character name? I should probably look that up until I just start calling her Gina and by her actress's name, Cara Dune. Then you got Cara Dune coming, getting him from behind so he can't kill Baby Yoda. How many of you also in the comment section, how many of you on a scale of 1 to 10, what was your anxiety meter when you saw Baby Yoda in the crosshairs? Because there was a part of me that's like, oh, they can't shoot Baby Yoda, but I'll be honest, that meter was breaking for me. I was at a 15 of oh, no, don't put Baby Yoda in the crosshairs. Don't do it. You can't kill him this early. So just let me know where your anxiety level was at that, because mine was off the charts. But then she comes, kills him, and that's where you kind of get the answer of you know what? It's impossible for us to live this life. But on the flip side, it seemed like the Mandalorian didn't even want that kind of a life. He was just hey, this is the life that Baby Yoda needs. This is not the life that I want. But then it kind of answered that question also of, you know what, can they, like, is Baby Yoda safe? If I leave him here with the widow and her child, is Baby Yoda safe? And having the other bounty hunter come in kind of answered the question of, you know what, the only way the Mandalorian can ensure the safety of Baby Yoda is if he just brings Baby Yoda with him wherever he goes. And I think this episode kind of solidified that, you know what, he's not going to look to get rid of Baby Yoda for the rest of this. This was the episode of, could I get rid of him? And it answered that question. No, you can't. If you want to make sure that he's going to be okay, you have to then take him with you, because all these other bounty hunters are now going to be coming after you. They're now going to be putting a target on your back, so you really can't do that. And that's kind of what we saw at the end, where he's like, okay, fuck it. I kind of need to go off, and I'm going to bring Baby Yoda with me. And do we ever get to a point where they could be like that? Maybe. But right now, it's just, that's what it's going to be. And it was also very nice to kind of see that side of, like, I want to say kind of like the love story vibe that you were kind of getting with the Mandalorian and the widow in this case, where is there something there? Is it not? It also totally freaked me out when, I mean, not freaked me out, but kind of caught me by surprise when the thing that we've heard episode after episode after episode is that the Mandalorian never takes the helmet off. And they even mentioned in this one that no one has seen his face, but obviously, like, you got to take it off to eat, right? So when he goes to eat in the episode and he sees the kids playing, he's at the window. I thought it was kind of cool that we saw him put the helmet down to where it's like, oh shit. The thing that I thought of was, oh shit, he just took the helmet off. Someone could look over and see him. So technically, was that him breaking the way, the Mandalorian code, the way? Was that him going against it by sitting at the window, taking the helmet off in order to eat? I thought that was very interesting in this episode. And then the action scenes were awesome. The whole scene of them chased down by the walker then not falling into their trap, them having to come and get it to fall into their trap. Everything with that final action scene was just beautiful. Just as well as I would say episode 3's action scene was at the very end, where this was probably a perfect episode. Like, I don't want to say a perfect episode because really there is no perfection, but yeah, this was the best episode by far for The Mandalorian. Can't wait for Chapter 5 this upcoming Friday. Should be an absolute treat. Can't wait to see what kind of other trouble The Mandalorian and Baby Yoda kind of get into. But this is where you guys come in. Let me know what you guys are thinking down below in that comment section. What do you think is going to happen in episode 5? What were your thoughts about episode 4? Was it your favorite? Was it not your favorite? Let me know what you guys are thinking. And also, like I said in the beginning, make sure to check us out, patreon.com/most valuable podcast. That's where you can help support the channel, support MVP. We got MVP, most valuable podcast, and then here, most valuable podcast nerd, where we talk about all the nerdy stuff. You can support all that. Patreon.com/most valuable podcast. That is down below in the description. I want to thank you guys for watching and thank you for listening. And as always, have a good day, everybody.